How y'all doing today? Hey, this is going to be part 2 of the Walmart Spark Terms of Use. We'll cover a little bit more and y'all can read along. In the background, I'm going to be doing some Walmart Spark shopping delivery orders. So you don't have to sit there and look at my beautiful face while I'm reading off these terms of use. So sounds like something y'all would be interested in hearing and probably watching a little bit. Stick around. So now we get down to the compliance section. You agree to utilize the Spark app in compliance with all applicable law and standard industry practices and will reasonably cooperate with investigations relating to your failure to comply with these standards, including without limitation. Okay. Safeguarding orders. You agree to safeguard orders at all times from damage, contamination, excessive heat, cold, or tampering. And that's why it's a good idea to go ahead and carry your hot bags with you if you have hot bags. And also remember, you're not supposed to have your pets with you or be smoking in your car while you're doing Spark deliveries. So that kind of covers contamination. Regulated merchandise delivery. You agree to follow all applicable laws relating to the delivery of alcohol, prescriptions, and other regulated items, including confirming that the recipient is of proper age by checking recipients' IDs and refusing to hand off a delivery containing alcohol to an intoxicated receiving party. Now, my question is, are we trained to know if somebody is intoxicated or not? I'm not talking about whether they're falling down drunk. That's kind of obvious. But there's a lot of intoxicated people that can walk and talk. They might slur a little bit, but what right do we have to say they're intoxicated? Can we prove that? Do we have a breathalyzer? So I don't know how you're really going to be able to follow up with that one, like I said, unless they're just falling down drunk. So anyway, use your best judgment on that one. Safeguarding privacy and reporting of violations. You agree you will not engage in any activity that would constitute an invasion of receiving parties or other third parties' privacy. You acknowledge that orders may contain highly sensitive customer information, including protected health information, that is protected by federal and state law. That's where you're delivering your medications, prescriptions, and things like that come into play. You acknowledge that the orders may contain highly sensitive customer information, including protected. I read that. You acknowledge that loss or misuse of such information while in your possession may constitute a criminal act. So if you're delivering a prescription, you can't just say, oops, my bad, I lost it. Because there could be a criminal investigation. You will agree that you will not open, alter, appropriate, access, or enable others to access any customer information within any order. You agree that you will notify Spark driver support immediately if any incident that may reasonably cause the loss of or authorize access to any customer's information that is within your possession. You acknowledge the loss or misuse of customer information especially information related to protected health information, may result in harm to others. You expressly agree that you will not transcribe, record, or otherwise attempt to use any customer information received as part of an order except for the express limited purposes of completing services on behalf of receiving the parties. Man, that was a long one, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Don't steal the drugs, don't get into the drugs, deliver them like you're supposed to. Don't tell others what you're delivering and what kind of medication it was, because that is PHI, Protected Health Information. Number 5, criminal acts. You agree you will not engage in any activity resulting in a criminal act in connection with the provision of services through the Spark app, and understand your Spark app account may be suspended for investigation on suspicion of such activities, including but not limited to unwanted physical contact, including physical assault or injury, unwanted sexual contact, including sexual assault, theft or burglary, driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, falsification of records, and intentional property damage. So, no drinking and driving while you're doing the Spark app. That's pretty simple. Don't go get in a fight. Don't go rob somebody while you're using the Spark app. Pretty simple, I would think, anyway. Discrimination and harassment. You agree you will not engage in any activity constituting discrimination or harassment in connection with the provisions of service through the Spark app or any other activities related to your use of the Spark app, included but not limited to contacting receiving parties for any purpose outside of the provision of the services through the Spark app, or using profanity or threatening language with individuals you engage with in activities related to your use of the Spark app. You further agree to follow Spark app policies applicable to you regarding discrimination and harassment prevention. If you experience discrimination or harassment in the course of providing services in connection with the Spark app, you can report your experiences at www.walmartethics.com or by calling the Spark Driver Support Hotline. So don't be cussing out anybody and threatening them. If they don't tip, you can't threaten them and cuss them out for them not tipping. It's kind of straightforward there again. Local ordinances. You agree to maintain compliance with local ordinance impacting the provision of services, including local health orders. Posted terms. You agree to comply with posted terms of any business establishment you enter in the course of providing services with the Spark app. Some facilities and whatnot, let's say they require you wear a mask to go in. Granted, masks are no longer required, but that building is requiring that. You are required to wear that mask. Simple. Posted terms. You agree to comply with posted terms of a business establishment you enter. Firearms. Okay, this is one that I want y'all to pay attention to. You agree that you will not unlawfully carry a firearm and will not make visible to others any lawfully carried firearms while performing services with the Spark app. Okay. This simply means if you are lawfully carrying a weapon in your car or on you. You can't have it where others can see it. So if you carry a gun in your car, have it covered up. Throw a towel over it, whatever. You don't want that thing sitting out for everybody to see anyway, because they may wait till you're away and think you left that gun in your car and might go break in your car trying to think they're going to get a gun. So you can carry a firearm, just keep it covered up. Because the loaders see it, that means you are breaking this terms of use. Number 16, insurance, accidents, and claims. You agree to maintain at least the minimum coverage of automobile liability insurance required by the state in the state in which you provide services for any vehicle you utilize to perform the service, and any other insurance coverage appropriate for the services you provide. In other words, you have to have auto insurance, and if you feel like you need other insurance, it says coverages appropriate for services you provide. Does that mean commercial insurance? They're not telling you one way or the other, but you are required by the state to have at least minimum of liability. You must submit proof of such current insurance at Walmart and must submit any updated proof of insurance information as it is updated or modified. You agree to promptly notify your insurance carrier of any claims against you relating to your provision of the service, and to notify Walmart of any vehicle accidents or moving violations that occur while performing services under these terms of use. So if you have an accident or get a ticket while you're doing a delivery, you're supposed to notify Walmart. You agree to cooperate with Walmart in pursuing any coverage available under your insurance and to provide Walmart with information concerning the status of any claim upon Walmart's request. You acknowledge and agree that Walmart may share your insurance information with a third party for the purpose of filing a claim if you fail to do so. Walmart will make available to you occupational accident insurance through an appropriate insurance provider. To report an incident or for information on filing a claim for occupational accident insurance, please call the Spark Driver Support Hotline. I think that's self-explanatory. If you're getting a wreck, let Walmart know. And hopefully you got insurance. Number 17, hazardous materials. You agree to follow applicable law in handling and clean up of any spills involving hazardous materials. Means if some bleach spills on the ground, you are supposed to clean it up. That would be the main hazardous material that I could think of that we would be hauling as spark drivers. And bleach would be considered a hazardous material, although house paint is also a hazardous material, so you need to clean that up if you spill it as best you can. Got to use your best judgment on that. Number 18, debarment. If you got debarred as a lawyer, you can't do this. No, I'm just kidding. Debarment. You agree and attest that you are not excluded or debarred from providing services under any federal, state, or any other government programs. You agree to provide notice to us If you are ever in violation of this clause or otherwise learn that you are unable to provide services for any reason, including but not limited to actions by the government. Number 19, maintaining eligibility. Walmart may deactivate your Spark app account if you fail to maintain your eligibility to provide service using the Spark app, including keeping up-to-date documentation on file with Walmart, such as, but not limited to, a copy of your valid driver's license, proof of insurance, vehicle information, and correct active account information for receipt of earnings. If at any time your criminal history or motor vehicle or moving violation record changes, rendering you ineligible to use the Spark app, Walmart may deactivate your Spark app account. Additionally, Walmart may periodically deploy a facial recognition tool. Uber Eats has this, and about once a month, once every couple of months, they make you take a picture of yourself. So that's nothing new, but I have yet to do it with Spark, but they are just saying that they can do this if they so desire. So Walmart may periodically deploy a facial recognition tool in accordance with the Spark app privacy statement and applicable law for the purpose of validating your identity in relation to your driver's license photo to ensure your account is being used by the vetted and eligible individual. Failure to pass periodic identity verification may result in Spark app account suspension or deactivation. In other words, if you're using your Spark app, or if it's your Spark account, don't be letting somebody else do your work for you, because if they want a picture, what are you going to do if it's not your Spark app? Just be honest. There's actually quite a bit more, but because this video has gotten quite long already, I'm going to stop it here, and we're going to have a third part. And that third part is going to start off with if Walmart becomes aware of any illegal activity. We will get into that in the next video.